Hey guys, today I have a new series for you guys, and this is going to be my step-by-step beginner series. So what it is oh, sorry. What it is a series for basics, like for people to just kind of grasp the concept of certain products, or show you guys kind of like a tutorial demo on how to use certain products. More for beginners, more for people who are just getting into makeup or want to know more about makeup, or do kind of, you know, they're kind of doing the basics but want to know more. This was an idea given to me by my coworker, hi Nahid, and she was super sweet. You know, she's always asking me, and certain people are always asking me for advice on products, or they want to know more or how to use certain things. So I thought I could do this series for you guys, and she was the one who inspired it and kind of gave me the idea. So today we're going to be talking about under eye primer. So I'm going to start off with that. That is going to be my first video of the series, and then we'll go on from there about tools, about different products, and also how to use certain products, how to, you know, tips and tricks and things like that. So hopefully you guys like this series. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll continue expanding under there. If there's anything you want me to cover, just let me know down below. I'm going to start a list of videos for this series, but today we're going to be covering under eye primer. So this is just primer for underneath this eye area. So what a primer is kind of a foundation for your products, or a layer, a base layer. So it kind of just helps application of, like, for example, if we're doing under eye primer, for your concealer to go on smoother, to help that under eye area if you have wrinkles or if you have texture under there. So that way your concealer will apply a lot smoother. And primer, in, you know, in just general terms, is just for that. If I were to look up the definition, it is basically, yeah, a base. So it gives you a smoother, longer lasting application, and can help target certain issues, for, like, for example, fine lines, wrinkles, large pores, etc. So that's what we're going to target today. I will talk to you guys about some of my tried and tested under eye primers, and let you guys know my thoughts and the difference between the ones that I have tried. The first one that I'm going to talk about is this little stick right here, and this is by Pure Cosmetics. This is the Hydrogel Lift. So this is something that you can just twist up and then apply underneath the eye in this motion. It is just a clear product, and it's very hydrating for underneath the eye. So if you're someone who lacks hydration there, if you really feel like your concealer crepes up underneath there, this one is really nice for giving just like an extra hydration and cooling for that under eye area. I really enjoy this one. I would say it's more of a hydrator than actually smoother. So when you apply your concealer on top of this, it is going to look a tad bit smoother because the area is more hydrated, but it basically adds hydration underneath your eye, and I really enjoy it for that. Next up is one of my very favorites. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. This one I think is like the very first under eye primer that ever hit the market, because at that time that was the only one that I could find. This is a hydrating formula. It's supposed to reduce the look of puffiness and dark circles, and it just gives a smoothing, brightening finish. So this comes in a little squeezy tube, and you will see it is almost like a pinky undertone. So that's what it looks like right there. I'm sorry for all the scribbling from my other previous videos, but it is more of a, it has a little bit of a silicone kind of feel to it, but not too much. So it does give a lot of hydration with just a tiny bit of silicone-ish kind of feel underneath the eyes. That silicone kind of, you know, kind of texture in some products, especially with primers, just really helps smooth an area out, so that way when you put concealer on top, it looks more smoother. So this is one that I highly recommend, not only because it smooths, but if you guys can see that on my hand, it gives like a luminosity to that under eye area, which is really, really nice because the light is going to reflect off of that and just make the area appear brighter and less wrinkly. That is one of the reasons that YouTubers use all these lights that I have here in my room, is because when the light bounces off of your skin, like especially if you have one of these, which is, what are these called? They use them for photography, and a lot of photographers use them when they're taking pictures. When it bounces off the light, it just kind of helps diminish the wrinkles, diminish any kind of texture or anything that you have on your skin. Likewise, this does the same thing, as it gives kind of like that reflective glow. It's gonna help minimize the look of those wrinkles, just give you a brighter under eye area and kind of reduce the look of the dark circles. As far as puffiness goes, I have been using this for years and I don't really have puffy under eyes, so I can't really attest to that claim, but let me know if it has worked for puffiness down below if you're a user of this. Next up is by Becca. This is their anti-fatigue under eye primer, and this comes with 0.13 fluid ounces. This is kind of one that you dig your finger into, which I'm not a fan of anything that's like in a pot form unless I can use a brush. This, you literally have to use your finger, and it doesn't have any color whatsoever. It just has kind of like a little bit of a blue white cast to it, but it doesn't really reflect a lot on the under eye area. So this is very, very hydrating. It actually even gives like a slight cooling effect after probably like 30 seconds or so underneath your eye. I am not that big of a fan of this one. I'm just trying to use it up. Some people swear by this one because of the cooling effect, but I do prefer the other ones that I'm showing more than this one. This is an option if you prefer applying stuff with your fingers, or if you want to feel that cooling effect, this would be an okay one. To me, I don't notice as much of a difference on my products or my concealer or under eye area as I do using the other ones. This one is just an okay product for me, but it does have that nice kind of smoothing effect, and it does cool underneath the eye. And then the very, very last one that I have is the Amazing Cosmetics Line Smoother and Primer. This is 0.5 fluid ounces. They actually sent me this for review purposes, and I've yet to repurchase because I haven't run out of it, but I would repurchase this in a heartbeat. It has 3 little balls here, which are little kind of metal balls, and what I love is that when you place this underneath your eye, you're gonna get that really, really nice cooling effect from those balls on there, and so you just kind of smooth the product out with the actual little metal balls on here. So when you push up, you're gonna get the product on there, and it's kind of like a whitish color, which I'm gonna just apply some to my hand so you guys can see it there. So there it is. It's kind of like whitish clear product, and this is very, very extremely silicone-y looking primer or feeling primer. So it's very, very silicone to the touch. It almost feels like a little silicone layer, and this with the mixture of using the little balls underneath the eye can give you the smoothest under eye application ever. I absolutely love this. This would be my first place, and this would be my second place. This one I like more for hydrating purposes, so I sometimes combine these, either this one with either one of these. So definitely give this a try if you haven't tried this. Like I said, this is by Amazing Cosmetics, and it just really, really gives a very nice smooth under eye application. And I actually use it directly with the applicator itself. Just squeeze a tiny bit at a time and then just smooth and kind of give myself a little under eye massage at the same time. Really, really enjoy it for that. Gives my concealer just a really smooth application. So those are my 4 picks for under eye primers. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I think I went through the products, what are they used for, and basically that's what I want to touch in these kinds of videos, is what the products are, what I like them for, and so you guys can kind of learn a little bit more of products that maybe you haven't used, or you are learning something from it, hopefully. Let me know if you guys like this video. I also want to do kind of demo style, like how to apply concealer, how I use brushes compared to sponges for foundation, that type of video. So I have a list of step-by-step videos that I want to do. I just want to kind of test the waters with this one. Hopefully this was helpful to one of you. Thank you guys as always for watching, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, hit that little red button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload. Down below are my Instagram and other social media accounts if you want to follow me there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.